My fiancée looked at the gift I got her and said, "This looks cheap. Did you even try? Sometimes I wonder why I agreed to marry you." I said, "Noted." I didn't say another word. But the day her sister stopped by and accidentally revealed what she found in my drawer, my fiancé's face turned completely blank. I'm 31, and I learned that sometimes the person you're planning to marry shows you exactly who they are long before the wedding. This is about a gift that wasn't good enough, a comment that went too far, and a drawer that held more than anyone expected. I'd been with my fiancée for 3 years. We got engaged 8 months ago after what I thought was a solid, stable relationship. She worked in marketing, made decent money, had expensive tastes. I worked in tech, made good money, but I'd always been more practical about spending. That difference never seemed like a problem until it was. The issues started subtly around month 2 of our engagement. Comments about the ring not being impressive enough for her friends. Suggestions that we needed to upgrade our venue to something more prestigious. Hints that my car was embarrassing when we went to events with her colleagues. I tried to brush it off as wedding stress, but it kept escalating. 2 weeks ago was her birthday. I'd been planning for a month. Got her a necklace from a jewelry store she'd mentioned liking. Not the most expensive piece they had, but a beautiful design that I thought suited her style. Spent about 3 hours picking it out, had it gift wrapped, included a card with a heartfelt message. We were at dinner at her favorite restaurant. I'd made reservations weeks in advance, ordered her preferred wine, the whole thing. After dessert, I gave her the gift. She opened it at the table, pulled out the necklace, and her expression, it just fell. "This looks cheap." I felt my stomach drop. "It's from that store you liked. The one you showed me last month." "I know where it's from. But did you even look at their better pieces? This looks like something from a clearance sale." "It wasn't clearance. It's sterling silver with." "Did you even try? Or did you just grab the first thing you saw?" People at nearby tables were starting to glance over. I kept my voice low. "I spent time picking it out. I thought you'd like the design." She put the necklace back in the box like it was contaminated. "Sometimes I wonder why I agreed to marry you. You just don't get it. You don't understand quality. You don't understand what I need." I sat there for a moment, looked at the box, looked at her face, which showed zero remorse for what she'd just said. Just disappointment. In me. In the gift. In everything. "Noted," I said quietly. "That's it. That's your response. What else do you want me to say? I want you to care enough to put actual thought into things that matter to me." I did put thought into it. You just decided it wasn't enough. We finished dinner in silence. Drove home in silence. She went to bed early. I sat in the living room until 2 a.m., thinking about those words. Sometimes I wonder why I agreed to marry you. Not, "I'm sorry I overreacted." Not, "I appreciate the effort even if it wasn't what I expected." Just a direct statement that she questioned her decision to be with me at all. The next morning, she acted like nothing had happened. Made coffee, talked about her day, completely normal. The necklace stayed in its box on the kitchen counter. I didn't mention it. Didn't apologize. Didn't try to explain or justify. Just went about my routine. Over the next few days, I noticed the pattern had been there all along. How she'd introduced me to new people. "This is my fiancé, he works in tech." Never my name first. Always the job, like that's what defined my value. How she'd steer conversations away when I talked about my hobbies or interests, but would spend 30 minutes discussing her friends' vacation plans. How she'd constantly suggest I needed to improve or upgrade various aspects of my life. I started thinking differently about the wedding, about the future, about whether I wanted to spend my life with someone who looked at a gift I'd carefully chosen and saw only disappointment. Update 1. A week after her birthday, her sister came to visit. They were close, talked multiple times a week, did everything together. I'd always gotten along with her sister well. She was more down to earth, less concerned with appearances. They were in the living room, catching up while I was in the kitchen making lunch. I heard my fiancé's sister say she needed to borrow a phone charger, and my fiancé told her to check the bedroom dresser. I heard footsteps, then a pause. Then her sister's voice, louder. "Why is there a lawyer's business card in your drawer? With a date from 2 weeks ago?" My fiancé's response was too quiet to hear clearly. Her sister came back to the living room. The energy had shifted completely. "Can I talk to you?" she asked me, nodding toward the kitchen. We stepped away. She kept her voice low. "There's something in the bedroom drawer. A divorce lawyer's card. With an appointment date from before her birthday. Did you know about this?" My blood went cold. "No." I think you need to go look. I went to the bedroom, opened the dresser drawer, and there it was, a business card for a family law attorney specializing in divorce and asset protection. On the back, in my fiancé's handwriting, appointment date, time, and a note. Discuss prenup modification and exit strategy. I stood there holding this card, trying to process. We hadn't even gotten married yet. Why would she need an exit strategy? We had a prenup already, something her parents had insisted on. Basic stuff protecting premarital assets. Why would she need to modify it now? I took a photo of the card, put it back exactly where I'd found it. Went back to the kitchen where her sister was waiting. Did you see it? I saw it. I didn't know. I swear I didn't know she was doing this. What exactly is she doing? I don't know, but we need to figure it out. My fiancé came into the kitchen at that moment. Looked at both of us. Why do you both look so serious? Her sister spoke first. I saw the lawyer's card. The one about divorce and prenup modification. What's going on? My fiancé's face went completely blank. Not guilty, not defensive. Just blank. Like she was calculating how to respond. That's private. You're engaged, her sister said. Why do you need a divorce lawyer? It's complicated. Uncomplicated, I said quietly. She looked at me. Something in her eyes I'd never seen before. Not love. Not even affection. Just cold assessment. Fine. You want to know? I've been planning my exit. The wedding, the marriage, all of it. I'm going through with it because it makes sense financially and socially. But I'm not staying forever. Update 2. Her sister gasped. I just stared. You're marrying me planning to divorce me? Not immediately. Maybe 5 years. Long enough to build shared assets, get established in my career, have the stability I need. Then I can leave with better settlement terms. Settlement terms? We have a prenup. That's why I met with the lawyer. To see how to modify it or get around it. Turns out if I can prove you're not living up to certain standards, I can challenge it. What standards? Lifestyle standards. If I can show you're not maintaining the quality of life I was promised, or that you're not contributing adequately to our shared future, the prenup can be contested. Her sister looked horrified. This is insane. You don't love him. I care about him. But love? That's not enough. I need security. I need someone who can provide the life I want. He has potential, but he's not there yet. This is insurance. I felt like I was in an alternate reality. The birthday gift. Your reaction. Was that part of the plan? It was a test. To see if you'd step up, try harder. You didn't. You just accepted my disappointment. That's the pattern I've been documenting. Documenting. Every time you settle for less. Every time you don't meet my expectations. It all builds a case for inadequate partnership. The lawyer said I'd need evidence. I took out my phone. Started recording. Say that again. What? Say again that you're marrying me as a financial strategy with plans to divorce and take assets. Say it for the record. She lunged for the phone, but I'd already sent the recording to myself. To her sister. To my cloud storage. You can't record me without consent. This is a one-party consent state. I can record any conversation I'm part of. And I just got you admitting to marriage fraud. Her face finally showed emotion. Panic. It's not fraud if we actually get married. It's absolutely fraud if you're entering a legal contract with undisclosed intent to violate its terms. Your lawyer should have told you that. Her sister was backing toward the door. I'm going home. I can't be part of whatever this is. Wait. My fiancé tried to stop her. You can't tell anyone about this. Tell anyone? Everyone needs to know what you're planning. She left. My fiancé turned to me. Delete that recording. No. I'll sue you. For what? Documenting you admitting to a plan to defraud me in a marriage? Please do. I'd love to play this in court. You're overreacting. Lots of people have contingency plans. Contingency plans aren't the same as premeditated fraud. You met with a lawyer before we even got married to plan your divorce. You've been manufacturing evidence of inadequacy. You just admitted all of it on camera. She tried a different approach. Softer voice. I was confused. I didn't mean it like that. I was scared of commitment and handled it wrong. Save it. I heard what you said. More importantly, I recorded what you said. The wedding is off. You can't just. I can. I am. I'm calling the venue tomorrow to cancel. I'm contacting everyone on the guest list. I'm returning whatever deposits are refundable and eating the cost of what isn't. Because marrying you is more expensive than any cancellation fee. Update 3. The next week was a blur. I called the venue, the caterer, the photographer. Explained there'd been a major issue and the wedding was canceled. Some were understanding, others less so. Lost about $8,000 in non-refundable deposits. Worth every penny. Her family tried to intervene. Her mother called demanding I reconsider. She's just stressed. Pre-wedding anxiety. Everyone questions things sometimes. She's been planning to divorce me before we even got married. That's not anxiety. That's fraud. She wouldn't do that. You misunderstood. I have a recording. Would you like to hear it? Silence. Then, send it to me. I sent it. Her mother called back 20 minutes later. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. This isn't how we raised her. I appreciate that. But the wedding is still off. My fiancé tried to do damage control on social media. Posted something vague about growing apart and mutual decision. I didn't post anything. Didn't need to. Her sister had already told enough people the truth that the real story was circulating. Friends started reaching out. Some supportive, some suspicious. I sent the recording to anyone who asked what happened. Not to be vindictive, but to protect myself. I knew she'd try to twist the narrative. She tried to get the recording suppressed. Claimed it violated her privacy. But her lawyer, a different one, not the divorce specialist, told her it was legal and admissible. That if I wanted to, I could report her to the state bar for conspiracy to commit fraud. I didn't report her. Just wanted her out of my life. Changed the locks on my apartment. Packed her stuff. Had her sister pick it up so I wouldn't have to see her. Final update. It's been 3 months. The dust has mostly settled. I'm living alone again, and honestly, it's peaceful. No more walking on eggshells. No more wondering if I'm enough. No more measuring my worth by someone else's arbitrary standards. Her sister reached out last week. Said my ex is seeing a therapist now, supposedly working on herself. Apparently, the scandal of the canceled wedding and exposed fraud plan did some damage to her reputation. Lost a few friends. Got passed over for a promotion after HR heard rumors about character issues. Part of me feels bad. Part of me remembers her face when she called that gift cheap. When she said she wondered why she agreed to marry me. When she admitted she was documenting my inadequacies to build a divorce case. I don't feel triumphant. Just relieved. Relieved I found out before signing that marriage certificate. Relieved her sister happened to open that drawer. Relieved I recorded that conversation. The jewelry store took back the necklace. Full refund. I used the money to take myself on a vacation. Spent a week on a beach reading and not thinking about weddings or prenups or exit strategies. I'm dating again. Slowly. Carefully. With a much better radar for red flags. Anyone who judges gifts by price instead of thought. Anyone who questions their decision to be with me as a casual insult. Anyone who talks about lifestyle maintenance in the first few dates. The drawer where that lawyer's card was hidden is now where I keep important documents. Lease, passport, the recording. A reminder that sometimes the worst betrayals come from people who smile while planning them. And that necklace I'd spent 3 hours picking out? Someone else is probably wearing it now. Someone who'll hopefully appreciate that the thought matters more than the price tag. Edit. People keep asking if I warned the lawyer about what my ex tried to do. I didn't report her formally, but I did send a complaint to the state bar about a lawyer advising clients on how to commit marriage fraud. No idea what came of it. Probably nothing. But at least it's on record. Edit. For everyone saying I dodged a bullet, you're right. But it didn't feel that way when it was happening. It felt like my entire future was collapsing. Only now, looking back, can I see how catastrophic marrying her would have been.